Good morning from New York City, right in front of Madison Square Garden this morning, where June of 1972, Elvis Presley performed 4 concerts. It was June 9th through the 11th. On the 9th, he held a press conference and talking about his 4 shows he'll be performing at the Garden. They were sold out, and my very first Elvis CD I ever got, actually scratched that, was a cassette tape of Elvis as recorded at Madison Square Garden. I got the cassette tape at Graceland with my grandmother, and then I returned and got the CD, I think the next year, and that was my very first Elvis anything. But that's where it took place, right there at Madison Square Garden. Gonna walk down the street to the Hard Rock today and show you where they unveiled Elvis's photo. It was a big photograph of Elvis in front of the Paramount Theater at the time. Now it's the Hard Rock restaurant, and that's where they unveiled that Elvis was coming to the theater, his brand new film, Love Me Tender. All that and more today. Now, let's take a closer look. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think that the first anything of Elvis that I kind of actually sat down and listened to on my own was all recorded in this building here. Madison Square Garden. Now Pierce the Veil's playing there. That's funny. Pierce the Veil. Wow. Times have changed in the Garden, that's for sure. Good morning to you, Empire State Building. Any King Kong on you today? No King Kong on the Empire State Building this morning. Not yet. Today is still young. We're gonna head over to Times Square. And right here's Macy's, Miracle on 34th Street fame. And there's a good shot of the Empire State Building. By the way, we switched hotels. We stayed at the Hard Rock for 2 nights, and then we're staying in another hotel for 2 nights. All right, we made it back to Times Square. It's just a straight shot from where we're staying. And right down the street here is the Hard Rock restaurant. And that's another spot of Elvis I'm going to show. Now we got to time travel from 72 back. We're going back to November 15th, 1956. Now prior to November 15th, 1956, you got to think this was a huge breakout year for Elvis Presley. He was 21 years old. He had #1 records. He signed to a major label record company. And he also was on TV. Ed Sullivan. And right over here at the former Paramount Theater is where they unveiled Elvis's likeness right up there. There was a big Elvis right up here. Had a question mark on it before, and they finally revealed it, and it was Richard Egan, Deborah Paget, and introducing Elvis Presley and Love Me Tender. Let's match up some photos. And there's the Paramount Theater. And you can see Elvis up there with the guitar. It all happened right there. I'll insert the photo next to it so you can see what I'm talking about. The whole front here is completely different, but the Paramount area and the marquee area is still the same. It's just this part of the marquee has been updated and changed. But I never thought it was down here in Times Square. I had no idea. And where I'm standing, I'm going to put a photo in. I'm down below next to that office, police office and everything for NYPD. That's where I'm standing right now. Pretty wild. And that building is still here from that photo, by the way. But right over here, that's it. That was where they had Elvis up there, and they premiered the movie here. That is some wild history right there. And there were a ton of girls standing out here trying to get a glimpse of even just a photograph of Elvis, Aaron Presley. This is the best I can get of the angle, but you can see all the girls holding signs. That's so cool, the Elvis Presley signs. Some of the signs say "Don't Die Elvis." I guess they already saw the movie. Spoiler alert, he doesn't make it in the end. But this is where the group of girls were standing, all holding signs, and it was a big to do. And it was November, so it was cooler out here. But right across the street, right there, was the king of rock and roll. For the first time, larger than life. He was going to be on the big screen. They had seen him in all their TVs at home, but this is different. This is no Ed Sullivan. This is that big screen Elvis. It's pretty cool. And as you walk inside the Hard Rock, now the restaurant, look at this, an original movie poster of Love Me Tender. This is an OG. That's crazy. I love these, the velvet Elvis. I have a velvet Elvis. But this, I had to see in person. My gosh. How cool is that? Look at that. There's Deborah Paget right there. Man. Such a great movie. I love it. And I'm sure they've redone this, but it looks like you would walk through these doors and this would have been the movie theater right here where they would have shown Love Me Tender. That makes sense. Look at these old doors. That's wild, right? And I found the plaque. It says on November 16th, Elvis's first movie, Love Me Tender, appeared here. On the 15th, I think, is when they unveiled his portrait above the building. It says right here, this photograph depicts the large cutout of Elvis that was placed in the archway of the building's facade for his first movie. And then there's a black tuxedo worn by Elvis on the Frank Sinatra show welcoming Elvis home in 1960. And then this guitar was purchased by Elvis at the OK Houck Music Store in Memphis in early 1957. It was given to Barbara Pittman, who grew up in the same neighborhood as Elvis. She later recorded at Sun Records. So there's the front of the Hard Rock now, cut out of Elvis. And then right here, this is the suit that Elvis wore on this Frank Sinatra show. Welcome him back to the States from his time in Germany when he was in the army. And there's a photograph of him and Sinatra. They sang Witchcraft and Love Me Tender, which is a nice tie-in with the film here. And then this is the Gibson guitar purchased in Memphis that was given to Barbara. But I can't get over this. They still have love for Elvis here. Look at that. Some photographs of Elvis. That's at his house in Audubon in Memphis. That's Elvis and the army there. And I want to say this photograph was taken inside the Ed Sullivan Theater. A lot of Elvis in here. But there's also Johnny Cash right over there giving us the one finger salute. Here's Elvis in the army. Photographs. Oh my gosh, there's one of Elvis's canes. Jeez Louise, this is his gold dagger. That's amazing. There he is. He's holding it right down there, and that's it. Right outside of Rockefeller again, we've got a tour today of the studios. You're going to see Saturday Night Live and the whole 30 Rock tour. Before, I'm going to step inside here at this Nintendo store. I don't know if I can film inside, but I'll try. I've never seen a standalone Nintendo store. They got a giant Bowser in here that you can take a photo with. That's incredible. And so much Nintendo merchandise. Look at this. You can get one of the warp pipes. It's a snack bowl. There's Luigi and Toad. We're going to make our way up the stairs. Mario's already made his way onto the flag. It's cool to see Kirby stuff. I liked Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy. That was awesome. Yeah, see, Mario's already at the top. That's it right there. The legit first Game Boy. 1989. That's awesome. I had the Game Boy Color. Hayden, my brother, had a few other things. DS and 3DS. But I stopped after Game Boy Color. Okay, we had the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. I think my stepbrother had the Robotic Buddy, because I remember seeing that. And then I had this, the Super Nintendo, Super NES. And then we had the Nintendo 64. A friend of mine had the GameCube. My dad had a GameCube. And then we all had the Nintendo Wii. We had several Nintendo 64s too throughout the family. And I think my brother has a Switch now. But check this out. That's a model right there from 1977, 1983, the family computer. And then the Super Famicom, the JPN, Japan only, I believe, November of 90. That's pretty wild. And I remember that. I got to stay home from school. Mom let me stay home from school and play this bad boy. Hi, Mario.
Ah, Micah. Okay, this is my impression of me driving a Mario Kart. What do you think? Vroom, 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 beep, beep, here we go. Right?
That's a pretty good. That's a good impression. Yeah, I think you're good. It's really good.
Hello there.
Hello.
You're number one.
I'm number one.
Woohoo! Are you having a Mario kind of day?
I am. Are you?
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza? Oh, mamma mia, I love the pizza pie. What do you like on top of your pizza?
Pepperoni.
Ah, you're just like a Mario. I love a pepperoni on a pizza. What about that? What about the extra cheese?
Yes.
You like the extra cheese?
All the cheese.
Ah, yeah. Hey, what's your favorite Mario game?
Super Mario.
Oh, Mario Kart. Okay, this is my impression of me driving a Mario Kart. Check it out, check it out. Vroom, 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 beep, beep, here we go. Right?
Yeah, that's a really good impression. It's good.
That's great. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Okay. This is Yoshi driving a Mario Kart. I like this one too.
He's hung up on the Mario Kart.
What do you think? Pretty good?
I think it's good. Bye. See you later.
Here we go.
And it started raining on us as we left the Hard Rock. But right over here is where we are headed, to Rockefeller and the NBC Studios for our tour. I don't think I'm gonna be able to film in there, but we can take photos, and then I'll just do a voiceover on the photos. I can't believe I'm gonna see like some Saturday Night Live stuff. Are you excited?
I can't believe it. We tried to get in last time we were here, and like it was completely sold out the entire time.
Yeah.
So I was so stoked that we were able to get in. So,
Yeah. I wonder if we'll
Looking
see any
forward to it.
Parks and Rec stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, really don't know what to expect, but I'm just excited to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
It stopped raining. It's good because I wanted to show this. This is the courtyard where they do the Today Show. You can see the cameras right there. That's so cool. And right over here is where they do the morning show. We got some time before our tour, but I'm glad we got to see this. This is so cool. Right outside the Rainbow Room here, the observation deck, and the NBC Studios. We're about to head inside and do our full tour. And this is what we're here to see. The tour at NBC Studios. So this is the pin they give you. It's a magnet pin. It says the tour at NBC Studios. There it is. They don't let you take photos inside the tour, but I did get to see Jimmy Fallon, Saturday Night Live. It was amazing. It was really, really cool. And that's a wrap on Rockefeller and the NBC Studio. I can't believe I was all up in that thing. Walking up and down each level, got to see all the studios. It was amazing. Saturday Night Live to me though, getting to see that studio was something I've always wanted to see. I grew up, you know, watching reruns and stuff, and I'm a massive Andy Kaufman fan. Chevy Chase, John Belushi, Blues Brothers, Coneheads. I love it. I love the classic Saturday Night Live and the 90s. Saturday Night Live with Farley and Sandler, Chris Rock, Mike Myers. It was classic. It was really cool to see that stage. And the reason we chose to do the tour today is because the weather has not been like it has been the last couple of days. Nice and sunny. Today was rainy, but now it's just kind of overcast and nice and cool. Back in the hotel, what a fun day. I'm exhausted. Gonna get up tomorrow and have another fun-filled day here in New York, the Big Apple. I'll see you on the next episode where Andy Kaufman and I go around New York and try the best pepperoni pizza. I'm excited about that one. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.